And welcome to Ascension. Who wants to do the recap?
I thought that the silence right there for I thought that was the beginning of this. I thought we were starting with
We're starting with awkward silence. Welcome one and all one of you. Welcome one to to
only
Ascension.
one of us is.
Recap. Who's doing it? Is it me? Is it you?
Not it.
You.
Who
I
is
think
that?
Avelian should do it. Avelian has been really wanting to talk. Go ahead, take it away.
I'll do it.
God, I hate Avelian.
Okay.
I also hate Abby for stealing Avelian's job.
My job.
If you want to do it, you can.
No.
See, now he's embarrassed. It's okay, Avelian, I'm sorry.
Last session, we all drank some tea, and then we fought D, and we moved up.
Well, when we drank tea, what did we do? What did we talk about?
I don't know.
Wait,
It was fun.
really, Abby? You wouldn't...
No, I do know. Last session, drank some tea, talked about our feelings, Valiant and Venus. Not a Valiant and Venus, I'm just so used to saying their names together. Chiron and Venus went off and became besties. Finch asked Valiant about his music tastes. Valiant played music. We all hated it, except for those of us who didn't. We played it and went to sleep. Woke up at 4 a.m. and we were all teleported into this big arena filled with Eldritch Horrors. But the actual arena part only had D in it, who was also an Eldritch Horror, and 23, who was also an Eldritch Horror.
Hey!
And she was wearing a suit for some reason.
Think she looks cute and shit.
And then we fought D, Petria, and Beast Mode.
Avelian liked the suit.
Avelian stood there and also did good, probably. But he was stood there, and I think that's very funny. I don't think that many of us got downed, right?
It went.
Most of the fight, everyone was up except Fincher got down once, and at the end, we all got killed because D did some Super Smash move.
Except for Finch and Venus, because it can fly.
Yeah.
Dalbor did not go down once, not even at the end.
Venus and Dalbor are the only ones who didn't go down at all, I think. And then we were moving on to the next floor without resting and without healing up or taking a bath or anything. So we're all really beaten, bloodied, and we see this book or something, and it's hey, sign this contract, take the floor test. And then we decided not to do that, and we walked out, and some guards approached us, and we're like, hey, the king wants an audience with you because we're so cool and awesome that the king needs to have an audience with us instead of us having an audience with him. And we're going to do that, I guess.
Amazing.
Oh, and Kyron had a really cool moment with his swords.
Turned into a tornado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's I actually don't know.
Play that helicopter sound.
Helicopter. That is exactly what Chiron turned into. Yes, very accurate.
Wait, he turned into a helicopter?
Yes.
In Ghana?
Yes.
Okay. I must have missed that part. My bad.
Yeah, I know. It just happened so fast. I don't blame you.
Well, I'm very glad that you remember this session pretty well.
Wait, no, I remember now. The Chiron copter is what carried us to the next floor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, continue, Jay.
How did you forget something so important? Come on, Tim.
All right. So, as you leave the little hallway, the guards meet you and ask you to come with them for an audience with the king of this floor. The guards are dressed in They're dressed in black and silver armor. Each of them has it's fairly well covering, as well as a face covering helmet. They have regular gloves on their hands, and in those gloves you can actually see that they have rings. These people are people ascending, theoretically. As you're walking,
What color are they? What color? What color are they?
the two guards are actually no, it's four guards that are escorting you have orange, puce, violet, and aquamarine rings.
I'm glad that we didn't get puke colored rings, guys.
Puce. Y'all. Okay.
She said puke.
You see what I have to work with.
You know what a fuse is?
It's puce. It's puce. It's like Monsters Inc. It's puce.
Can somebody put use in the chat, please?
Okay.
Well, I'm curious because they might actually know. Might not actually know what it is.
Yeah, no, I've got no idea.
I feel like I should, but I don't.
Apparently it's pink.
Yeah.
I was thinking some sort of red.
That's crazy.
Could have just said pink.
So
No,
puke.
It's like a brownish
puce.
thing.
It's puce because we already have a pink ring party.
And that should be hella specific. It's like, what is the color pink, but a slightly lighter shade?
The more complicated, the more complicated your color, the farther up the tower you can go.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay.
Don't stray.
As you're walking up there, two guards with like robes instead of armor come up to you and go to each one of you, fixing up the damage from the last battle, cure woundsing all of you for
Max HP.
Max HP, right?
Finch heals for 7. Venus heals for 5. Avelian heals for 8. Chiron heals for 8, and Dalbor heals for 8.
Nothing.
Basically,
At least not dead.
just getting you on your feet, making you look presentable for their purposes.
Intro is great.
Clean up your prestidigitate your clothes, clean you up, and finally you get to 2 large doors at the top of the at the top.
Wait. Are they gonna heal our rock?
Fuck, they didn't heal the rock? Oh my god.
So rude. Our rockers are part of the party.
The rock gets healing worded. Petrie chirps.
Dang, Peach doing better than us.
Dalbor pats Petrie on that.
Petrie accepts the pat happily.
Good man.
The halls you're going through are leading up this castle. It is a like vertically ascending place, and there's large open hallways, pillars and doors aside. There's guards headed in and out of places, and this is a lot of people. You notice eventually, though, you get to the large double doors that are opened by the guards, and one walks in front of you and says, "Presenting the Ash in Chimera, They then step aside and let you step in to a long carpeted hallway leading up to a large throne pedestal.
Wait, sorry, we're in the throne room?
Yes, you are in a large throne room with
Yeah, I
several.
didn't process like half of what you said.
I just want to know real fast before we talk to the king or anything. Did we notice like anyone in all of those people who didn't have a ring?
Yes, there are a few scattered around that do not have rings.
Are they peasants?
They're
Ew.
people. You notice that I'm only giving this to Dalwar, I think. Roll me a perception.
You got it. Find my character sheet.
There we are. Okay, you notice this. The hands you're seeing are in a large part hands like Venus and Finch and Venus and Finch have, rather non-clawed, rather human-like hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's of note.
Interesting. Okay.
In this throne room, there are several people at the sides of this throne pedestal, as well as guards, and at the throne is a large, imposing person in black armor, head to toe, and he looks at all of you.
Are they 4'10"?
You're like really shattering my Farquaad impression of this thing I had.
I was hoping they were like 4'10". So tiny.
This person is tall.
Hey, yo, is
Very
Venus trying to be the
I'm really
Fiona
upset
to
right
his
now.
Farquaad?
Okay,
Yeah,
Zane.
can he get out of his mech suit real fast so we can see that he's actually only like 3 foot tall?
He looks at all of you and says, "You've done well to make it here. Ashen Chimera, I believe it was. You said your name was in that arena."
Yeah.
Were you there to watch this fight?
I was viewing it. I have my methods of seeing things. Anyone with enough influence has a pass into that. You fought with valor and with skill, some of you.
Not all of you.
Wait, I got 2 questions. One, can we see his face?
You
No.
cannot see his face.
Can Tim see his face?
Just because he has good perception, I don't think I'd be
I
able to say.
think it should be able to see through his helmet. Yeah.
This helmet is fully covering his face.
Can Venus see his face?
Yeah. I
But
think Venus
Wait,
should be
can
able to
Venus
see
see? When did Venus get X-ray vision?
right now.
Venus
Just
cannot
learned
see
that
his
for this-
face.
Yo, Venus would be abusing that.
Can I get X-ray vision? OMG, this is
Anyway,
a good thing.
Dalibor sort of like.
Oh wait, there's a second question. 7. Question 2. Can we see his hands?
Yes, you cannot see his hands. They're covered by large metal gauntlets, head to toe.
Okay.
Is his clothes form-fitting or is it loose?
He's an armor.
He
Dalibor.
can
Can
we
we
please
see-
just do the hotness roll already?
No, we can't see how hot he is. How hot is the armor, though?
Yeah,
Very.
That's what I'm asking.
very.
To me, it's already a
Anyways,
Anyway,
let's continue
That-
this, and you'll see. Okay.
Dalibor kind of nods along to what he's saying, like a little bit, but he'll add, I think we all showed a fair amount of skill in that fight.
Mostly me, but you know. not one to take credit.
Definitely some of you performed very, very admirably, and I welcome you all to my floor.
Oh, oops, didn't let me press that.
What are you perceiving right now, Chiron? Nothing, I guess.
Yeah, nothing at all.
A lie right
Yeah,
now.
nothing.
But yeah, you're not perceiving anything.
When is he
I'm
over?
just trying to figure out who did not perform well from that statement.
Wait, I want to.
I don't remember the fight. I want to know who performed well and who didn't.
Wait,
What are you performing?
Ratatouilleisms.
Goodness gracious, y'all.
Anyway, Dalibor will like just nod. Dalibor's not. Dalibor is not. I don't know how much this will matter, but Dalibor is not. Dalibor is not. Dalibor has never really interacted with like royalty before, so
Like Chiron did.
Like
Yeah.
you know that you know of. That you know of.
Venus is right here.
There's
Chiron's
no
literally right there.
that he knows of. So he's not showing any sort of like added reverence to the king or anything. He's treating the king, or like very visibly, I think he's treating the king just like he would anybody else. I don't know if that'll matter, but that's what's happening.
Oh, that's true. We should have bowed down when we got in here.
Venus thinks he is beneath her, so she does not give a rat's ass that he's a king.
It's probably bad.
Actually, at this point, it would be noticed the king leans forward and says, "Now, welcome. I am King Braun, and you may kneel to me."
Yeah, okay. Let's kneel.
Venus will laugh.
Things wrong
Yeah,
now.
I'll kneel also.
Chiron kneels.
Perceives him saying "May."
Venus does not bow. She just standing there.
Dalibor doesn't.
Finch is going to try and kick Venus's legs out from under her. But, like, you know.
You gotta roll for that.
I
Sleight
know.
of hand.
What should I roll? Sleight of hand? Okay.
And athletics or acrobatics, Venus.
Acrobatics.
You fall straight on your knees, which is a position you're familiar with, at least.
Dalibor.
Oh my god.
I moan loudly.
Dalibor is not going to kneel, and he will say, "I apologize, but my God is the only one that I will kneel to."
Where's Dalibor?
Period, too.
All right. He initially doesn't seem to notice Dalibor, but when you say that, he does turn to look at you and repeats, "Kneel." I need you to make a wisdom save.
He has
Don't let me down. High wisdom says, "Don't let me down."
It would be extremely cool if you were not intimidated by this, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
fail, and you are compelled to kneel.
This is messed up.
Wait, how does Dalibor is going to try to resist and stand back up as soon as possible?
He. Oh, by the way, Venus, you would recognize that as the command spell easily.
OMG. Can I command him?
so he's a magic.
Come on.
Suit of armor.
Not right now.
I'm dead.
Y'all, every time, every new floor except for Archaeology. Actually, no, you did it Thirst After Fosgod too. I'll give you that.
Wait, no. You know what you should tell him to do? You should tell him to strip.
True. Show us your face, Daddy.
No, I like him like this already. Come on.
Because he looks like you.
No, yeah, I just like armor, okay?
He stands up and steps forward in his pedestal and says, "As long as you are on this floor, you are under my, you are all my subjects. I expect you to treat this accordingly, and I assume there will be no problems from some of you."
Oh, we gonna have
It's
problems
okay.
here,
Yeah,
sir.
well,
We gonna
We
have
will
some
not have any
problems.
problems.
King Brown.
Dalibor
then-
doesn't do anything, but Dalibor is actively still trying to resist.
Venus is yapping.
Wait,
in the
what's his
corner.
name? He told us his name, right?
King Braun.
Yeah.
Can you drop that in chat?
Give me a
Like
second.
this?
Give me a second.
Hurry up, Miss MJ. Oh my gosh.
You're gonna need
What
to kill us.
Venus gets struck by a lightning bolt, dealing 5d20 damage.
No.
Okay. He says, "My guards will see you to a accommodation. I assume that there will be no further problems after that."
These guards are about to see to my hands.
The guards come. "You may leave." And King Brown sits upon his throne.
Dalibor is pissed.
Oh,
Venus
this
is
looks
there.
fuck. He looks hot. I don't care.
I bet he's ugly.
It doesn't even matter if he's ugly.
I don't like him.
Matters a
Can't wait to
little
beat
bit.
him up.
How do you know that he's the one that we're fighting?
That's what I want to know. I want to know if he's the floor. He probably is.
He literally
Yeah, I mean, it would be like predictable.
He didn't like say that
who
though.
isn't?
He didn't like say he was the floor guardian though.
True, but like he said, this was his floor.
Yeah, maybe he killed the old floor guardian.
The
Dalibor,
Go ahead.
Dalibor hates the guy more than RTL.
Ah, it's not even like.
We love
She was
conspiracy
racist.
theories. Yeah.
Is it
Because-
disrespecting
This
your
is
race
just
or
like-
disrespecting
this is
your
just like
religious
expecting
customs?
things.
Worse?
Because, like, I'm not gonna. I'll explain it later.
Wait, hold on. How far away from him are we? Like, how big was the throne room?
The throne room, from you to the king, it's about, I'd say, 60 feet.
Okay, so he's like 60 feet away on a throne, and he forced us to kneel. Are we sure that he's not short and is using like perspective to make himself seem taller?
If you want to make a perspective check or an investigation check if you think it's an illusion.
I think this is a valid point you're making.
This guy looks tall. He looks
So
like
he,
it's
yeah, he looks tall.
you're
Like,
not
is
able
he
to like
tall?
find any hints. You're kind of distracted by like goodness. That's a lot of armor. What's more, Venus.
¿Qué pasó?
Normally, I would tell you a detail about Brown, but your divination, even your boon's divination, seems to be blocked on him.
Nah, that's bullcrap. Okay, you can't give me cool stuff and then have someone negate it. That's illegal. Wait, both of them, or at least some of them?
The two you have equipped. Wait a minute.
Damn.
Wait a minute. Let me think.
Yeah.
Half of your okay, round it up. Okay, yeah. You see that his class is the class is Warlock level question mark.
Oh my god. It's just a valiant, guys.
It's literally
Oh,
just a million.
Shut up.
It's just a
No. I'm gonna become this guy's bestie. Fuck all of y'all.
Warlock question mark.
Are we going to meet a VM rogue who's a full boss eventually?
What about an Asmar cleric?
We haven't met the others at all. Like, so far, you met a fighter, which none of you are, a druid, which none of you are, and a fiend, which none of you are.
Well, yeah, but you said tutorial's over, and like, aren't there 10 floors?
Valiant was the blueprint.
Okay, anyways.
And so if we see the 10th floor as like some special boss round, and then like the 6 through 9. That's how many people there are in a party, right? So, like, it starts here, guys.
Sure. Believe that. Okay, so the guards come to you and have you out of the throne room. The doors are closed, and the guard to your right, the one with the puce ring, says, "Psst. Wasn't very smart of all of you."
Well, in fairness, they knew.
It was
Yeah.
literally only Dalibor.
Yeah, we're going to go. We're not with him.
And Venus.
He's actually not our
silent.
leader anymore.
Let's just dethrone Dalor immediately from his leader position.
Yeah.
Look, I don't mean to tell you what to do here, but you gotta like at least fall in as long as you're here. If you want to go up, then just go up, but like you shouldn't be trying to like pick a fight with him outside of that room.
Well, we were in that room.
Dalibor wasn't trying to pick a fight.
I was trying
It
to
really
fight.
seemed like it. Why
He
would you
wasn't
just...
trying to pick a fight, he just didn't want to fucking kneel.
Yeah, which seems like it would automatically get on someone's bad side.
Neil bottom.
If you're a little bitch, yeah, we'll get on your bad side.
Well, it's just like there's no point in just like disobeying like someone who's obviously an authority, and we don't know what will happen if we just like disobey them.
Listen,
Are you arguing in character or not?
I would like to. I'd
I'm
like
not.
to basically say that in character because that's like
Say it in character.
okay. I will just agree with I don't. What's your name? No, I like just the person that's telling us like to stay in line.
He says his name is
Irrelevant.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Anyway,
Siln. My
I-
name's Siln.
Film.
he does have a point. I really don't think it's a good idea to just act as we please, like in front of the king. I don't know what would happen if we got on his bad side immediately.
I don't disagree with you, Avellian. I acted in the heat of the moment, and I am not fond of being made to show my respect and submission to somebody who has not earned it from me.
Yeah, I understand.
Status is
I've never
is enough.
I've never met any kind of royalty like this before, but it's exactly why I don't want to act out of line at the slightest.
Did
I don't
Finch,
like him.
did Finch say something about status?
Yeah, his status as floor guardian should be enough to get you his respect, probably, in Finch's opinion.
I don't know.
Dalibor thinks Ramona says, there are certainly floor guardians that we've met so far that did not earn my respect. I don't think the title alone is enough. But that being said, I did act poorly. I hope
And Venus, I cannot control you.
I hope you
Thank
can
you.
encourage him as much as possible.
Wait, that's really
Say-
funny. Avellian's like, Dalibor, you need to be better. Venus, do whatever you want.
Because I think Dalibor is capable of thinking reasonably, and Venus is beyond help.
It doesn't do whatever the fuck you want.
We definitely do need to keep ourselves in check around that guy.
And we just got here. We don't know what this place is like. Like, say we find out what happens to people who disobey the king. I don't.
As you're discussing, Siln and the other guard are leading you like down the path
Leading
you
us
took.
on, sad face.
As you're walking and discussing, Siln, piece of smoke comes by, and Siln takes it out of the air, and it becomes a letter, which he opens up and briefly looks over before putting it into a pocket. Siln then says, "All right, we have our orders for your we have your orders for where you're going to be staying on this floor, and we have our orders for everything afterwards. You're
Oh my god.
you're fine. You're not going to get a house. It's probably just going to be a bit. It's probably going to. Let me back up. This floor is different from the last 3 you were at. This Foscott RTLD don't exactly try to run their floors. Braun definitely does.
Can run these hands.
I suggest not saying that in front of one of his guards.
Can run these hands.
What if Dalibor got us a bad house? What if Dalibor got us a crappy house because he was me?
Damn,
No, we're doomed us
us
to a shed.
True. I hope so.
Should have signed the fucking contract.
This walk, by the way, is going to take a very long time.
Gonna take
Finch
us-
isn't walking.
Why? Yeah, Finch is riding on Venus's shoulders.
Jeez.
After a bit down the castle, you open a door, and spread out before is the city, which you somewhat see. I'll actually have a city map for you this time instead
Oh
of
my
just a
God.
picture.
Holy crap!
I'll have one next session.
We can go places, guys.
Yes,
So exciting.
OMG.
an actual city map. But for this session, you're just going to have to rely on descriptions. The city is built in tiers, with
Aren't you
large
human tears?
Wow, shut up.
large buildings close to the palace that look like official like business buildings, and stepping out of the castle, you can see that this mountain goes down into the mists. Other mountains spring up from the mists, but there doesn't seem to be a road connecting this mountain to the others. This looks like a very isolated city. Further down, there are houses of stone and of wood. The closer you get further into further closer to the walls. It is a steep drop all the way down, and it is a large construction. The previous town you were in was relatively small, all things considered, and it was a mix of different styles, collaborative effort of people from different technological know-hows and different ways of doing things. This is pretty uniform all the way. There's one singular style, and it is of better quality than the average house in the previous village, but it is also rigid. The guards lead you relatively in silence as you head down the stairs that lead up to the castle and down into the city proper, past another tier. Go
The
ahead.
guard. Some of them had like rings, right?
Yes.
As they're walking, Dalibor will once Dalibor's chilled, maybe said a prayer in his head. Dalibor will look to one of the guards that has a ring, and he'll ask, So, how long have you been here?
Siln replies, I think this is my 3rd year.
Oh.
Shocked Pikachu.
Are your teammates still around?
They are. Well, one is. The others lost the others in our attempt to go up. I decided that I'd be better off just taking the job I was offered.
Sorry for your loss. Or whatever.
Is this a common occurrence where people stay for particularly long on this floor?
This is... I'm not sure what it's like ahead, but this is the roadblock. I remember what it was like back on floor 3. There were people there that like decided to settle down because they felt like this was a place they could belong. Not many people want to stay on floor 4. But he waves a hand towards the large number of houses and buildings. They stay here because they have to, because they can't go any higher.
I think it's like a little funny they're calling it floor 4 and not like a town name.
I mean, haven't they been doing that?
Yeah, but like this is like a really big city with like a king. I think it's a little funny.
I'll ask, are the living conditions on this floor well? It seems like a very fortified city.
This city, I should probably tell you the name. This is Veerkeep. This place is, well, it's got better living conditions than the last several floors. It's personally speaking, it's not up to my standards, but I'm not the one judging. And there's a civilization here of sorts. It's just not as... He starts to say something and then shakes his head. I probably shouldn't say any more than that. I've already probably said way too much.
Thank you anyway.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Is this like further advanced? Is this city any further advanced technologically than any of our party members come from?
This would probably be more technologically advanced than Dalibor would recognize.
Is that because of Dalibor's experience? Because is it just like a castle, or is it more than that?
I'd put the period this place is based on is late medieval, aka the same about tech level as Chiron would experience. This is...
I think there's probably like pockets of stuff like that on Dalibor's world, but Dalibor probably wouldn't have any personal experience with it.
This is imagine like let me put in a specific like picture in your head. If you can think of, I don't know what your like experience or like mind's eye of a near but not quite Renaissance town, like
Mm.
close to the point of like there is beautiful architecture in the castle. There is well and truly like color and life. Think Byzantium or Venice. But it's not fully. It's the the first parts of the technology haven't started to show themselves. It's still recognizably medieval. I don't know how to describe this.
I think I gotta get what you're saying. I think there's nothing. Dalibor hasn't been exposed to anything like too crazy yet, or and he's probably heard about stuff that like at least approaches like this level of technology, just even if he hasn't experienced it. But yeah.
All right. It's a long ways down, and I'll skip the remaining. You go through another tier. But the tiers are getting less and less clean, less and less well maintained, and the tier that you eventually take a step off the main road from is the buildings are tall. It is fairly cramped, but it is not. The buildings are still like stone. You've seen people on your way down here. There are a lot of people without rings. There are several people who just. Not several people, but like a good portion of the people that do not have rings. A lot of people walking around are closer to human. Think like Weum being like the base around here, like human, but there's a couple things that aren't human about him. So this is Finch kind of fits in here, and the people walking around.
Let's go.
You can even see that there are different flavors of bird people flying up and down the mountain.
Flavor is like chicken and turkey and stuff.
If you really do ask that every so often, Venus, eventually one of the guards will say, I have authorization to detain you.
Detain me, Daddy.
Stop this.
Venus, I think you should
Get help.
Yeah.
I think I should just stop drinking water whenever Venus is about to talk, or else I'm gonna spit it out.
Oh, Venus! I just remembered. I wanted to ask you about that one spell that you cast. What were the spells that Venus cast on the last fight?
A lot.
Yeah, name one.
Command.
Yeah. All right. Dalibor's going to start asking you about the command, how you cast it, and what the rules of it are, because he's never used that spell before. He's going to start talking to Venus about that.
That sounds fucking boring.
Yeah, but he's going to be doing it.
Venus will exit this conversation.
What is Venus going to say to exit the conversation?
Anyways.
Just leave.
I don't think that Venus would do that because you're being asked about how cool your power is.
I mean, I guess. But it's Dalibor.
What?
What if I asked her?
OMG, what do you want to know, bestie?
Haven't you heard from Rebellion's relationship chart? You guys aren't besties anymore.
You're
Ignore that.
Yes, the relationship chart that Avelia definitely filled out.
Yeah, you got Rebellion approved.
Valiant's racist.
Rebellion is racist.
We've been new.
We've been new. All right. After a while of walking, there is a tall building that you are brought to, and one of the guards opens the door and says inside, "Hey, Rote, Rote, are you there?" A voice calls in. "Ah, yes. Is there a issue with any of the tenants?" "No. Here's your instructions. We got a new group in here. Make sure they don't cause any trouble. We'll see you in the next inspection." And the two guards step away while a human woman steps out. "Oh, white rings. Okay. Welcome to all of you." Looks around. All six. I was told there were only 5 of you, not 6.
Does she have a face?
Pardon? Yes, she has a
Can we see
face.
her face? Can we see her face? Can she roll honest?
Did she count Petrie?
She counted 6. Okay, let's give her 2 rolls. There are no ugly people in this tower.
Yeah.
So hold on, is she counting Moogie, or is she counting Petrie? There are 7 of those.
That's my question.
She looks at. I only got word of 5. There seems to be a pet. Noted.
Moogie's the pet.
Well, warriors who have bested the demon below. I hope you are. I hope you find these accommodations satisfying in here. This is nothing but the best for all of our guests. And she leads you up a flight of stairs as she brightens up and starts to chat with you casually.
Can I get an elevator?
I don't think there's any elevators here.
Was that invented yet? Would Venus know this?
The stairs are long and winding, and by the way, you've been up and down so many stairs today. Getting up several floors while Rote talks about, and I see your pet made it too. How'd he manage to do that?
Buff AF. Finch did not say that.
I think he did.
I think
Yeah.
Finch
That wasn't exactly what Finch should say.
Petrie is a very talented man.
Petrie's a man now.
That's what. Yeah.
He got upgraded to man after he beat
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, he's the Rock, remember?
He grew a human face last floor.
No. Vetoed.
Dalgor pets his bald head.
The she comes to a stop in front of a door on the 4th floor. Not the 4th floor. The 4th floor of this building.
We are in the
4th floor of this building. And opens up a door with a key and brings out the key and swings open the door to a nice living room. A living room with a table, seats for a number of people around, and like short stool-like seats around the table. A small kitchen area, and backwards about 3 doors. No, 4 doors. I'm sorry. Rote says, "This first This area is the living area alongside a dining area. There is a small kitchenette provided if you have any sort of meals you wish to make. Let me review my instructions. Okay. Is there anyone with special sleeping accommodations necessary? Or special lack of sleeping accommodations?
Yeah, I do not sleep.
Great. That is. You'd be surprised how common it is to find people like that. She marks that. Perfect. Perfect. That frees up some room.
Yeah, he only sleeps with me.
No.
Goodness. She opens up the first door and says, "This is a storage area as well as there's plenty of places to store your goods as well as taking care of any necessary business within. I have instructions for your next areas. I believe that any sort of provisions will be made." She opens the next door, and there is a nice room with a single bed, a dresser, and a chair in front of it. There is this is a nice single person room. I was told to hand you this. She takes out a smaller envelope from the envelope she got from the guard and hands it over to Finch, as well as just that. I was told that you were asked to look over this as well as take this room.
All right.
And she looks forward, looking down at instructions, and goes to the second room. This has a comfortable looking bed. Yeah, again, it's a fully furnished room. And she takes out a envelope and hands it to Chiron and says, "This, sir, will be your accommodations. Also, please do take this and safeguard it." She hands you the key she used to unlock the door. And she then heads to the final door at the end and says, "And this is the guest accommodations for this. You are permitted to arrange yourself in any way, and there is a smaller cramped room with 3 extra beds." She folds up the note she got from the envelope and says, "There you go. I hope that is good enough and accommodating enough for you."
What?
That's so funny.
Okay, I zoned out for like half of that. I know that Chiron got like a room, and then like Dalibor, and then like what else?
It was Chiron, Finch, and then a room with 3 beds.
I live in a storage room.
Why the fuck am I sharing a room with Dalibor?
For bonding.
Or you had to divide the gay people somehow.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just change mine to Dalibor.
It was an act of homophobia. I see.
Is it because we're the only 3 people that know that Dalibor's gay?
No, it's because
Finch and Chiron can't sleep in the same room together.
Dalbor's being punished.
Yes.
Punish for his gay crimes.
Rote smiles and says, "I hope that you I hope you all take the time to heal the wounds of your battle, and you take look over the instructions provided to you. I welcome you, and I hope to see you around." And she begins to walk off. By the way, Rote does not have a ring, I should say.
Oh.
Venus will ask Dalibor, "So where are you sleeping?" I didn't see a room for you.
Dalibor just looks at Venus. Dalibor's
Finch is going to open his ladder.
I think I should go ask about that. I'll be back. Dalibor walks away.
Wow, we get 3 beds of Elion.
What about Mookie? Mookie and Petrie are in your beds through the other
Oh,
Either
floor.
these no longer
You're
part of the party.
right. No, time back.
Melian
Time
is
back.
room.
Wow.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken, I was not given a room because I do not sleep.
I said
Oh,
you
he's-
sleep with me.
He doesn't sleep.
Listen. Evelion sleeps with me.
Wait, you think you can
Non-negotiable.
convert a billion too?
In the same bed.
Yeah.
I think I will stay in the storage room.
I drag you in the room.
Why?
He's very.
I really don't want to sleep in the same bed.
It's okay, I don't mind.
I do.
Eldritch
You'll hear
Blaster.
something.
Eldritch Blaster.
Here's something.
No, I'm not going to attack her.
Anyway,
Realistically, what are the cons?
The cons to sleeping in the same bed as Venus?
No,
No,
so
no,
using
no,
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast.
Oh.
no, I want to hear the cons of sleeping in the same bed. There are none.
MJ, can you tell me what my letter says in the Finch channel?
I'm actually going to do that in voice.
No, I want it secret.
It will be in secret. Just well, it's kind of in secret. But let me first deal with Dalibor. Are you headed somewhere?
First question is: do we have any spell slots back after the fight?
Nope.
Yeah. All right. Is there a place that isn't within the city bounds? Dalibor isn't actually going to find somebody to talk to.
Isn't within the city bounds.
Dalibor wants to find a space that is not within like the city wall.
There is still a long way down the city.
Mhm.
I'm trying to
He's,
think.
he's
of,
gonna get.
What are you trying to think of? What are you trying to do?
He wants to get out of the city and he wants. Well, you know.
All right. I'll try to bring the picture in. So the current image you see as the like screen here, don't picture as the city ends on the ground and there's a nice forest there. When the city walls come, there really isn't a road out, and there is still mountain cliffs going down.
Yeah, that's good. Dalibor wants mountain cliffs.
So Dalibor wants to go climb up the wall and jump off the wall down to the depths.
Wait, hold on.
I'm trying to say that outside this this city, it's a fall.
Okay, I thought you were saying outside of the city it is mountainous, rocky terrain.
No. It is down.
Is there like any part of is there anywhere that isn't within the bounds of the city?
No, there is down. And
This is
in
not-
the down, there is mists. And on the walls, they're tall and have guards.
This is not good, homies. This is not.
You are going to take care of
You
yourself.
step out and look at that, and I think it would probably sink in that this is this seems to be the bounds of your world right now.
Yeah, and Dalibor's about to fucking lose it. Dalibor wanted to lose it outside of the city. I need to think about what Dalibor will do next, so I'm sure somebody else is doing something right now.
Yeah, I'm sleeping with Evelion.
Yeah, and I guess I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Okay, actually, I'm debating this. Okay, Venus and Avelian debate a little bit.
Debate? Debate what?
What?
Talk.
Just debate. No,
Just
no
be
subject.
just
debate.
be Avelian
Disagree
and
with each other.
Venus for a bit.
Evelion, tell me a bedtime story.
I don't have any bedtime stories.
Come on, you must have a story somewhere in that brain of yours.
Not anything that you would find particularly interesting.
I'm sure there's something. Come on.
Oh my god, you could get Venus to join your cult.
They're at bedtime still.
Yeah, tell
Oh my god, I'm trying to think of something. I'm sorry.
story of your horrible robot god or whatever.
You can tell me, or you can tell me about your world. Like, what's it like over there?
How about how about you tell me something about your world first, so I have something to compare it to.
Can't just know Yumi. Anyways. Okay, sure. Well, there's not much to say about my world. My world kind of sucks. Everything's like lame. Everything's boring. Not much to do. It's kind of just, not the vibe.
It might seem like that in your eyes, but try to describe it as generally as possible. Like, what are the people like? What's the technology like?
The people are monsters. Not like physically, but like they're mean.
I see.
They're all heathens. Not heathens, but like anger in their hearts. Which, whatever, take a chill pill. It's not that serious. And, well, I don't know. I guess we're not as advanced as you are. You seem pretty, pretty out there. But, we're not as like Stone Ages as Dalipor.
I get what you mean. Okay, let's do something about mine. Fuck. Trying to think of something so bad. No. I'm trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of how I would describe literally just like the world. Because it is so similar to just like in modern times.
Do you guys have TikTok in your world?
No, I don't.
Describe Cyberpunk 20 whatever.
Where I come from, there are many people with the same kind of body as me, with body modifications and enhancements. It sort of runs the world that I am from. You won't see many people that just have the bodies they were born with, I guess.
Do the robots take over?
Not far from that, yeah.
OMG. So you guys run things now, huh?
I personally do not run the world now.
Oh. So what do you do? Or did?
I was the leader of an organization.
OMG.
Pretty influential where I came from. It's
Wait,
sort
if
of
you're a
erased that
leader,
here.
then why are you our leader?
No, don't ask this. It's just a me problem.
No, I'm asking you this right now.
Let me think of an in-character reason. I think I did come up with it. Anyway, this kind of group is not hard to explain.
It's
You
Dalawar
people.
Finch, huh?
What? What about
It-
Dalborn Finch?
They're kind of, there, and I wouldn't want to lead them. So I get what you mean.
It's.
What?
I guess when you're just thrown into a situation with many people you are unfamiliar with, it's tough to be a leader towards them. Where I come from, this organization, everyone looks towards me for something. It's like I have it all cut out for me, but that's not the case with this group.
So what does exactly you lead?
You ask, what do they need?
Lead. What exactly do you lead?
I said an organization.
I know, but like, what do you do? Organize stuff.
We all work towards a common goal to make the world a better place. Put it like that.
What's wrong with the world? You have to make it a better place.
I guess if you do not have the body modifications that we do, it's difficult to understand. But soon as they started becoming more, say, popular across the world, how do you put this? How do you put this in a way that doesn't make me sound like a fucking maniac?
It's Venus. She'll understand.
Sorry this is taking so long. I'm just thinking.
Can't believe Rebellion's loading.
Yeah.
Buffering right now. The Wi-Fi sucks down here.
Yeah. Man, there's no service. Anyway. Forgot question.
Forgot the question too.
No, okay, I think
Amazing.
so. With body modifications, there comes a certain. There's some people who believe humans or the world would be better off without them, while some believe the world needs more of it. I guess I would be part of the side that believes that humans need more of it. I believe that with the right amount, they can erase certain physical imperfections in humans.
So Valiant, I'm gonna get a BBL. I see. Anyways, I see. Interesting.
I'm guessing that, or you mentioned earlier, robots, but I do not believe ever using that word to describe anything. Are you familiar with advanced technology, or slightly less advanced technology? Say, do you have like televisions in your world, or cars, or phones.
MJ, what did we decide?
Televisions, yes. Cars, yes. Phones, rudimentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what about phones?
Rudimentary.
We got
I
a flip
forgot
phone.
what rudimentary was. Okay. Well, that's better than the rest of the party, I guess. Um,
Thank you for Venus and Evelioning. I
I learned so much.
I'm fucking clapping.
There was so much info in this conversation.
now,
Yeah.
how will you wrap it up with a nice bow?
Not. Go to sleep, Venus. Right now. I've said enough.
Hey, I cuddle you and then I go to sleep.
Dalibor, how are you doing?
In the bed?
Yeah.
What? Sorry, what's going on?
How are
You
you
just
doing,
have to stay awake
Dalibor?
the entire time.
By the way,
Yeah.
I thought this in my head, but I remember I did not explicitly mention it. On his way out, Dalibor would have asked. Dalibor would have asked Venus for the mace and the warhammer from the bag of holding.
She would have given it to him.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Dalibor left with that, and then when Dalibor notices that it's just cliffs straight down everywhere. Dalibor will then start looking for like an empty or perhaps falling apart part of the town. He wants to find somewhere that is very empty and secluded.
As you go a little bit further down, the quality of the buildings starts to degrade, and the alleys start to get more and more like barren. You don't see many people out still.
Could Dalibor potentially find any building that seems like it has been like abandoned for a bit or is like starting to fall apart?
Make an investigation for me.
You got it. Wow, incredible.
It might be your mood. It probably is just like that, and your current attitude towards things, but it's hard to even like begin searching. You're just kind of walking down Main Street. As you get lower and the stone turns to wood, you actually stop seeing people out at all, though.
This is hold on. I need to think of what I need to think of a roll to make that I will know what it means. I guess it'd probably be wisdom. Wisdom or constitution? I'm gonna go with this one. All right. Dalibor stops. Dalibor thinks for a second. Dalibor looks for an empty alley, and if he finds like an empty alley, Dalibor's just gonna walk into the alley, and he's gonna go and he's gonna sit down, and he's gonna start praying to himself. He is showing self-control at the moment.
Self-control against what?
He was gonna go He was gonna look for some shit to break. He was probably gonna start. Ideally, he wanted a rock that he could hit until the warhammer and mace were broken. Um, but he found nothing. So he is going to sit and pray for a bit. And maybe we will be together.
As you sit there, the wind across the mountains is really the only noise you hear for quite a long while.
Nice.
There is no direct sound from your goddess, but there is the wind.
Yeah, he's not necessarily looking for direct communication. He's more. He is coping. He is under a lot of stress.
What Dalbor considers direct communication is up to interpretation.
Yes. So he's really more the main purpose of him praying and all is he's just trying to collect his own thoughts and ground himself. I'm going to make one more roll, and then I will decide what Dalibor does. He might just go home now. Dalibor goes home.
The trek up is tiring, and it is long, but it is, again, as the sun starts to set, just quiet.
It's nice. Nice and quiet. Well, on his way back up, Dalibor will be looking around. Is it just like night, or are these are the lower streets, are they like unnaturally empty, or is there like a weird vibe?
There's a weird vibe.
There's a weird vibe.
But
Dalibor's not going to concern himself with it, but he will keep it in mind.
But there are people that come out. You notice that some of the people that come out are finally, one, ring bearers, two, of more exotic races than you saw previously, and three, as you are headed back up, you feel a lump in your pocket as a dwarf walks behind you and walks away.
There's a lump in my pocket, so something new has been added to my pocket. This is.
Look at it.
It's not. Dalbor's not being pickpocketed, right?
Oh, will you look
It
at
was put in your pocket.
Dalbor will check his pockets.
When you look in there, there is a piece of paper wrapped around what looks to be a small stone. It seems to be wanting to attract attention.
The stone?
Well, yeah. Well, it being large enough to attract your attention, being put in your pocket. Do you want to read the note?
Yes.
The note says, "Don't wander far from home." And below it is marked midnight. 6th Avenue. 6th Avenue, 3rd tier. House 202.
Okay. All right.
Um, from your looking around, from what you've been rolling and your walk, you notice that there are street signs, um, sparse mostly for the main roads, but there are street signs.
So Dalbor will be able to find this location pretty easily.
Possibly.
Oh,
But
well,
it is still it as evening turns to night, you make it back home.
Dalbor needs some Z's. Um, Dalibor is very tired now. Dalibor is gonna go. Oh God, damn it. What did the living room look like?
The living
Or
room
whatever.
has a sitting couch, a table with some stools around it, and there is a kitchenette further back.
Dalibor is gonna sleep on that couch. Doesn't care how uncomfortable it is.
It is very uncomfortable.
Yep.
All right. Um, Chiron and Finch, I assume that you sleep at some point.
Finch never sleeps. Finch is out there making a midnight snack right now.
Like Remy would.
Then you have a lot of exhaustion points to be catching up on.
No. He's going to sleep.
Thank you.
But like at some point during the day, he did go check out the kitchen. Is it like stocked? Is there food in there?
No,
Is it
no.
empty?
The kitchen is like a place to prepare food, not a place where food has been stored.
So there's nothing in there. Okay.
There's nothing.
Okay.
All right.
That gives Finch something to do.
All right. It is dream rolls, and while you're rolling, I'll be right back.
I wonder where Dalibor slept.
They really got here with the 40 dream rolls, huh?
Yeah.
Does Venus never sleep?
He has a hard pillow.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Dang.
You're not allowed to sleep that well. Not when I'm here.
This is bliss. So guys, what you doing?
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Amazing. If I took Pepto-Bismol an hour ago, so why take something else?
I don't think so.
Should I do it anyway?
No, I don't think so.
This nausea will not go away.
Drink more water.
I've been chugging water. I will show you. I have I brought like a whole plastic thing of just water.
Hey, wait, Tim, what does Dalibor look like now?
He's got the same cloak, but he's got mithril armor. I think there's. Hold on, I'm gonna go find the image. There was an image that had like armor aside from the helmet that I think looks good and is what I am envisioning.
Venus's chest is bigger because it has under padding now.
All right. Wow. Okay. I think the 40s roll for Chiron, Valiant, and Dalbor is you don't remember any dreams. You just sleep after a
MJ
long,
is slacking. MJ doesn't want to
exhausting
give
day.
dreams.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't blame her.
It's been exhausting, and you just like collapse and don't think. Bitch, oh boy, you are thinking of being in that palace. You were thinking of being in that palace and just being like let loose. Like no one's stopping you. Who's to stop you from like going around and like sneaking in the rooms, like grabbing all the nice bedding and like maybe the food that's there, and it's so good. Like all the guards don't care. You're just wandering around there. It is great.
This could be your reality.
All right. And we fade back. Welcome back to in the morning. You all wake up. It is morning. You will all have a long rest. You are all leveled up. You all have your rings now shining.
Yeah.
Is abusing a dog.
That's obviously Moogie.
Moogie is a dog.
Yeah.
You know, she just had a little species thing. You know how it is.
That's what he looks like.
I like this theory.
I would like to point out that he's wearing heels.
Oh my gosh.
Very nice detail.
Yeah, no, he makes them work.
Good platform shoes.
So, pet the dog.
You're the dog abuse.
Okay, so morning comes, light shines through your windows. It is morning in this place. You see the sun come up through the clouds, and the sky itself is largely clear, if a little dark, from being so high up. It is a beautiful sight to a good morning.
Amazing morning.
Normal morning. Dalibor makes tea.
Where did Dalibor sleep?
Dalibor slept on an uncomfortable couch.
Yeah. Wait, weren't you in the same room as Venus?
That's the room he was given. That is not the room that he stayed in. He went out for a walk. Yeah.
So
and he got that.
how good is that tea?
True.
It's some good tea. It's some good mind refreshing tea.
Bye.
'Who wakes up first?
I've been awake. I never slept.
I don't know. Dalvor, whenever Dalvor gets up, Dalvor will make enough tea for everybody.
Man, poor Rebellion having to stay awake the whole time as Venus was all over him.
He's just
I mean,
Oh my
thinking
God.
about things.
Hell,
Yeah.
he could have just not been dragged into the bed because he's a very heavy metal man. But
he was in my boobs. I can carry him.
No.
Definitely not how that works.
It worked that one time.
That's because he had to.
Remember?
He literally didn't have legs.
Listen, the details are irrelevant.
No, I think they're kind of relevant.
Venus just be strong, you know.
What's your strength?
We're not talking about that.
No, I'm curious because he's not strong either.
Oh, 8.
I'm 9.
Dang.
Dang.
years old?
No, I don't have to roll. It's just a stat.
Yeah, I don't know. Dalvor makes tea, and he'll give it to anybody who comes down to the kitchen area. I guess kitchen/living room area. But I don't know how long that'll take. Once everybody has gotten tea, Dalvor is going to want to go shopping for food.
I like how MJ, I feel like she was trying to incite some drama with the way she signed the rooms, but nobody cared.
Well,
Well, Dalamar cares, but like...
Dalbor did nothing. He just walked away.
Dalvor walked away. Dalvor walked away. That's.
I see Miss MJ trying to drive up the views with some drama.
I mean,
You are allowed to interpret my actions however you care.
Dalvor is on the brink.
So, after the morning, sorry, you hear a knock at the door.
Yeah, Dalvor will go to answer the door.
You are met by Rote, Rote, greeting you with a plate of cookies. Hello! It is good to see that you are all up, awake, and refreshed for the day, I assume? She steps right through the door without asking.
Okay, Dalvor just looks.
Are we all up and awake?
No.
I assume
Did
not.
Venus ever get up?
Yeah, I'm still sleeping on the pavilion.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna.
I think is Dalvor just the only one there? Right.
It's funny that way because clearly we're not awake.
Dalvor will say to her, I'm sure they will be once they get out of bed.
Oh, they will be getting out of bed soon, I hope. She goes over and sets her she sets the plate of cookies down. While she's setting down, you notice that she has a pair of gloves covering her hands. I burned myself making these. I hope I do not I hope you don't mind if there's a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears put into that.
It's just fine. I appreciate the gesture.
Road goes over to the doors and knock, 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 knock on each of them.
Annoying.
I don't want to beat this lady up.
I'll open the door and peek out.
There
Why do we
is
need to get up so badly?
there are breakfast cookies. I hope that you'll be awake and ready to begin to look around and begin thinking of your occupations you shall take on while you are here on this floor.
I need jobs.
Excuse me.
Awful.
Of course,
I'm gonna murder someone.
you couldn't be
Are we-
expected
are we
to just
all awake?
be staying around here uselessly, I assume. You are part of this society here.
Mm,
Alvor
I
is going to
guess.
murder.
I guess.
What kind
I
of
guess the
job
king
are
did say that we were going to be his subjects from now on. Eh.
What kind of jobs are available to us?
Well, there are. Pardon me. There's always construction work needed. There is distribution of foodstuffs that the king graciously gives to us. There is specialized work if you are a particularly well equipped adventurer, and there is all sorts of creative type jobs such as smithing for the guards and such. There is a well-oiled machine, this floor is.
I see. I'm assuming the compensation for our work is this house and food?
Yes, you will be given an allowance of food as well as your current abode. You will want for nothing as long as you keep to your work and work well each day.
And ma'am, could I ask you a few questions about the letter that you gave me?
I gave you a letter? She tilts her head. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, but I am not able to answer any questions about that letter. That letter is directly from the king and his bureau. I would hope that you take up any questions with him or them rather.
Alright.
You must be a lucky one, she says. That said, I hope you don't mind. I will check back in with you fairly shortly. I hope you all wake up well with these cookies.
This is great.
It really is. All right. Rote steps out and closes the door, stepping downstairs.
Okay, well, assuming from that means that because we all have job occupations, this isn't gonna prevent us from taking the floor test. And if we have to get a job anyway. Alright, guys. Finch is going to become a knight. Bye.
Bye.
Angie, a knight of Favonius.
Shut up.
Genshin heads.
Yeah. I wish I just didn't recognize the name at all. So do
Is
it
Chiron
all separately.
Chiron is going to crawl out of bed, and then he's gonna crawl to where the tea and the food is and just start eating.
Venus is still sleeping.
The stone that Dalbor received, that was just like a normal rock, right?
Yep, it was in a rock.
Alvar's gonna take that rock and he's gonna go outside. Is there anybody on the street at the moment?
Gonna throw a rock at someone.
Um, you walk down the stairs and by the front area, and you see that Rota is sitting out in a chair, and she says, "Oh, good morning. I hope that you rested well."
Alvar,
Didn't we just talk there?
yeah, Alvar did talk to her.
Dalvor, noticing that she doesn't have gloves on, her hands aren't burnt.
Dalvor nods slowly. Says, yeah, it was fine.
Oh, I'm going to head up there and discuss occupation opportunities soon. I hope you don't wander too far. I need to discuss them with you as well.
Of course. Dalvor is gonna look. Dalvor just needs a spot. Put the rock down. Where are there? My mental image of this place is very sparse. He walks out of the place and like the person's like sitting there or whatever. Is there an alley?
There is a small path between buildings. In fact, you're basically in one right now. There's a smaller one, a little bit side, a little ways down.
Are there people in it?
Nope.
Yeah, okay. Dalbor's gonna put the rock down. Dalbor's gonna take the non-magical warhammer. And I don't know if you want me to roll for it, but he's just going to swing at the rock as hard as he can.
I do not need you to roll to hit a stationary rock. You would miss. I don't want to do that to you.
True. I would miss that. Oh my god, Dalbor would kill somebody.
But the rock shatters apart even if it takes a couple swings.
Mm-hmm. Dalbor would like hits the ground a few more times after the rock is broken, and he's like takes a deep breath. And he walks back to the building. He's gonna make more tea, I think. There's complicated thoughts happening right now.
Heading back in, you see Rote still sitting down in her chair. Yes.
Dalbor offers her tea.
She says, "I am perfectly fine, thank you." And she gives a little bit of a side eye at that offer.
Yeah, okay. Dalbor nods. You say so. He will walk back, and he'll get himself more tea, and he will drink it.
Those eating the cookies, if anyone is eating the cookies.
Are they spiked? Did she spike the cookies?
I don't think we should eat them now.
You don't know anything about anything. You just see cookies.
And Finch investigate the cookies.
You can investigate the cookies. Go for it. Do it with advantage because now you have a little bit of insight to this. Great. You see that they're cookies.
Raid.
Nothing, no part of the taste, smell, or anything really stands out to you. They're cookies, and they actually taste
They're
good.
like bad cookies. Oh, okay.
They're alright. But yes, eating the cookies, they are all right. Though, Finch? Something about the way the cookies are arranged. It's, I want you to make a. I'm going to let you have a. No, actually, I'm going to base it off your investigation from before.
Okay.
Finch, these cookies are. Oh. Yeah, these cookies, read a bit like a message. Not a message one could see, but a message one could understand if someone was good at passing notes. It's a bit of thieves' cant.
Thieves can't cookies.
Yes, thieves' cant cookies. I am serious.
Okay. Yeah, sure. What do they say?
You have friends out here. That's basically what it means. There's friends to help you.
I doesn't have friends. He's going to eat all of the cookies. Okay.
The last cookie in the pile after the message has a nice little blue tint to it. Sapphire blue.
Oh. Oh?
Eat it.
Is it Amy? Amy. Hold up, paw. Are you here?
There's so many people you know in this tower.
The one person you know in this tower, to be honest.
I know one person's name.
Just feels like there have been multiple names dropped from people that you know.
Oh my god, it's my homie. I
And
want to go
just so
find
popular.
her.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a nice cookie trait. It tastes good if everyone eats it.
Albert doesn't eat any cookies.
If I
Gal
ever
Wars.
fucking get up, I'm not gonna eat.
And she'll take Chiron a cookie.
Is he just like putting it in his face?
He's just putting it to him and handing it to him.
Thank you. And he eats it. He picks up the
Is it
cookie.
crunchy or chewy? This is important.
They're chewy.
They are chewy.
Okay, that's better.
Yum.
Yes.
Good cookies.
I agree. Thank you. Okay. The one of you listening, type in the comments. Crunchy or chewy cookies?
True.
Crunchy.
It's chewy all the
Do
way.
you have
And
two
then
people
better
or
not
one
be
people
passed
in the
out.
comments?
Depends on my mood.
Yeah, like I can go either way.
The thing about crunchy is that I feel like usually when I have crunchy cookies, it's because they're burnt.
Yeah. True. Definitely true.
I think a good in between of crunchy and not crunchy is good.
Damn, I see.
And thank you, Arya Chewy. Okay, so
Taste.
back to this in here and the now. You animal abuse.
For real.
You are in this little room. Sorry, I'm losing it. There's a reason. Okay, side note, there's a reason I said today be short, and it's not just setup it's not just setup reasons, it's because I am out of it. And I am running at the end of my it.
Well, this is a good cliffhanger to leave us on. We gotta pick jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, decide next time.
Zipper.
Come back next time to see what jobs we pick. What jobs do you think we should pick? Assign us jobs.
Well,
Assign the party jobs. What jobs do you associate with these characters?
Audience, just so you know, both Finch and Chiron were given offers to become knights.
All right. If we want, this is actually a fine time. Consider it a cliffhanger. Dalibor has a freaky note. Chiron and Finch got freaky notes. There's
Will Venus ever wake up?
there's someone
Lion be able to get up.
there's someone out there helping, and it has a sapphire tint to it. And yeah, there is.
The king is mass producing what's her faces.
There is a king. I hope you
He's 3 feet tall.
No, he's not.
the
Yeah.
king is tall. I don't know how to convince you, except you don't actually know if I'm telling the truth or not.
I
can
believe
tell.
you. I believe you. I like. Yeah.
All right.
Never mind.
Come back next time. We'll see what paths there might be in this city. Oh, speaking of paths, come back next time. There'll be an actual map of this city.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to sign off for this very short 2-hour session, hour 50 minute?
Remember to comment your favorite thing about Venus.
How do you feel about the fact that Evelyn is racist?
I'm not.
He is.
I'm not.
Not the kid, not the person.
No.
But
I'm
Evelyn.
saying I am very not.
He is.
Good
He's
enough.
put it on the relationship chart, guys.
Important question. Should
I
Dalibor
did it for me.
revisit the cliff? I'll leave it open. Yeah.
Should Dalibor get therapy for all the racism he's about to endure?
Yeah, should Dalwar kill himself?
Yeah, because like, oh my god, no, he really hates the king, and I don't know if people legitimately didn't understand it, but like that was so humiliating, being forced to fucking kneel after he pretty politely said, "I'd rather not do that."
At your fucking bottom.
God.
Oh dear, you
Question marks?
you are not having a no you and D were fine. You didn't have anything bad, but this time oh dear.
But yeah, like it's this shitty floor, and he was humiliated, and he's still honestly a little like tired after because the D fight was fucking insane, and that's like after all of the stress of like having the party come back together, or like the worry around that, and then now he's like kind of like a leader, but yeah, no, there's a lot of stress, and he's got no outlet at the moment except for he couldn't even leave the city. You guys have no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, okay.
He just wanted to break some shit to cool off.
Anger issues. No,
Well,
I get it.
he feels insane right now.
All right, I'm going to stop the stream in, well, basically now. Ciao.
Bye.
And I hope that
Bye.
everyone
Bye
enjoys.
bye.
So sad that Evelyn is racist. He's got so much in common with the king, though, I guess.
This is a
Is the king
great
racist?
session.